Here we go. So we're making chicken marsala. Cockeyed again. I don't know what happens with that, but it always seems to be cockeyed. So, in an effort to not make you guys watch me do shit that is pretty freaking obvious, I've got my pan heating up. I got water heating up here. Be pretty close. When we're making pasta, we always want to season nicely. The salt, right? Okay, so we got our pasta, seasoned flour. So, for chicken marsala, first thing we're going to do is we're going to dredge our chicken, some flour, pan fry it. Now, it's not really a pan fry, it's really more of a sear, but we are going to use a bit more oil than we would for just a straight sear. So, Italian food, Italian oil, we're going to use some olive oil here. So, you can see here, I'm definitely using more oil than usual. Not an absorbent amount, I don't want the sauce to come off greasy, but I do want it, I do want a little bit of fried, crispy texture on the chicken. So, we got our demi. We have some lovely butter. We have our cleaned chicken thighs. So we're using chicken thighs tonight. I deboned these earlier. Maybe one day I'll show you how to do that, but in an effort to spare you that 15 minutes of explaining how to debone a chicken thigh, I did it myself. I kept the skin on because personally my wife and I, we like the skin on chicken thighs. So you can just buy boneless, skinless chicken thighs and that will work just fine. You can use chicken breast as well, which is more traditional. Personally, I like chicken thighs over chicken breast every single time. This is part of the whole chicken that we broke down, but it has a lot more fat. It has that slow twitch muscle, so it's more dark in color. It's again, it's more fatty. It's got a ton more flavor. It's just honestly, if I had to choose, I would always eat chicken thighs over chicken breast. It's so much better. So we have our chicken thighs. Have our seasoned flour. This is seasoned with salt and pepper. Pretty basic, not crazy shit here. Now, what we're gonna do is I learned from my schnitzel, I under-seasoned the chicken breast because I did not season it before I dredged it. Honestly, I don't know why I did that. Like, I do know better, but I didn't. I did. I messed it up. So I'm gonna season this not heavy, just nice and light, just with salt. Because we did season the flour here, but I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this because I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be undersalted. I don't want it to be or underseasoned. I don't want to be overseasoned either. So, all right. So we got our chicken right in the flour here. Very easy. We're just going to toss that. Just kind of get it nicely coated. Now, turn my oven on. No, I don't know. I don't need the oven on. No, because we're gonna. So the recipe. When I was researching this to make sure that I wasn't gonna love anything. It says to just cook the chicken all the way in the pan and then put a sauce on it. That's from the New York Times, which is typically pretty good. But I gotta be honest, it's like usually a bunch of white dudes telling you how to cook ethnic food. Like, so take it as you will. I guess that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm nowhere close to Italian. Granted, this is also nowhere close to an Italian dish. This is an Italian American dish that like the Sopranos would probably make. Well, I do have the Sopranos cookbook. I should have looked it up. It was a joke gift from a friend of mine. So, I do not actually that as a cookbook, but it would have been funny. Okay, so I don't remember what I was saying. Italian-American chicken dish, whatever. So we're gonna braise it a little bit, not a lot, just probably one quick play game worth. So we have it fully dredged in flour here. We're gonna get right here in the oil. So you see we have not like an eighth of an inch of oil. It's just more than what I would use to saute. It's really not a lot. And a lot of this oil will be absorbed by the mushrooms and stuff. I might even pour some of it off. But I keep this flour because I do want to make the recipe I looked for did not call to make a sauce with the flour, but I think I want to add some thickener to it. So we're gonna save that flour just in case I want to make a impromptu roux, which I'm probably gonna do, just to be fair. We might cook it a little dark to give it a little bit less holding power. So that's cooking there. I have my heat on medium until that browns. It's really all we got going. We got that going for the pasta water. It's a whole bunch of hurry up and wait right now. So I cut our mushrooms for this. So for a chicken marsala, not masala. We have some cut mushrooms. As you know, I like to cut my mushrooms a little bit different. I like to do like big chunks. I don't particularly like slices. I like to know that it's actual mushroom in it and that taste it in big mommy chunks. We also have some finely diced onions and some minced garlic. Recipe called for shallots, but I don't have shallots, and you know, this is what I got. It did not call for garlic, but come on, I gotta put onion and garlic. And then we have some chiffonade parsley. So that's gonna finish the sauce. I'm really excited to try this butter here. This is some stupid expensive butter. When I say stupid expensive, I mean like $4 for a half pound, which to me is bloody expensive. We'll see how that does. Everything. This is gonna take a couple of minutes. I gotta be honest. So there's really not much to watch here. See, it's not even anywhere close to being brown yet. So I'm actually gonna, let's just turn it on low, and let's play. We'll play a quick round. Hopefully, it's a quick round. I might have to jump out mid-round, but I'm gonna keep my nose because that's my nose is gonna be the number one thing that tells me how far this is, and I definitely can smell it. If I can smell it from over there, I know that it's cool. So let's let this cook. Turn it down kind of low. Let me get a pan. Or here, I'll just use a plate. Got a plate, and we'll just put it on there when it's done, so it has somewhere to rest. All right, guys. So here we go. So I think it's a little oil heavy, but I think we'll be okay. Splattered all over the place. All right, so you guys see here, I pulled the chicken out. This is basically what we're looking for. Nice golden brown chicken. I don't think it's done. It could be done, but either way, not really relying on it. So we're going to start by adding our onions and garlic. Okay. Just going to get that kind of in that oil there. Oh, yeah, we're okay. This might be a little heavy on the oil, but we'll be all right. Going to get these nice and cooked. Probably turn the heat on would be good. See where we're at with the water. We're good here. So we're gonna crank the water back up because once we add the pasta, it's gonna basically, cool down. We're adding about a pound of pasta. We're going to set a timer for 12 minutes. And then, yeah, that's that. We're gonna let it cook for 12 minutes. That's how you cook pasta. If you don't know how to cook pasta, there you go. Boil water, add salt, cook until it's al dente. That particular pasta, I believe it's 12 minutes. I'm gonna probably try it around 8 just to make sure. All right, our onions are cooking. We're gonna fuse some flavor into the oil. Now we're gonna add our mushrooms. This is super easy here. Now, as we do with everything, we're gonna add a little bit of salt. Build flavors, right? Always building flavor. We'll let that cook for a minute. This is really easy. I gotta be honest. Like, I'm a little. I think I might have made my job too easy. I probably should have left some stuff for me to prep because I got nothing to do here. I guess we can look at this butter. See how yellow it is. You know what? Doesn't look extra special, but it says it's at 83% butter fat, which is good. So we'll see. We'll see how it tastes. It smells nice. It smells like butter. It smells. You know what it smells like? It smells very much like my mom's buttered cream, which, to be fair, is butter and sugar stuff. All right, here we go. Now we got some cooking. All right, so we're gonna cook these until basically they're nice and tender, and at that point we're gonna add just a hair bit. You see how all that oil was absorbed by the mushrooms? Exactly what I was expecting would happen. But I always question myself, and I don't know why. I've only been cooking for well over a decade now. Wait, how long have I been cooking? Since I was 16, professionally. 16. That's God. Cooking for 16 years professionally. Well, not professionally. I guess I stopped for the last 5 years, so I cooked for 11 years professional. 16 years since my first kitchen job. That's more of an accurate way to. All right, so you see how these are already stewing. You see all that liquid coming out pretty quick. I got the heat cranked here. Basically, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna add once the mushrooms have cooked down a bit more. Once the mushrooms have cooked down a bit more, I'm gonna add some flour to it, make that nice roux. But I want more liquid to come out first. My beer. I think I left my beer. Let me go grab that. Very important. I don't have any more. Oh my lord. Problem. Yeah, let's pour another beer here. Not gonna do a tasting, but I do have some more of that winter lager. I'm one of those. I mean, not really. Beer's actually kind of bad. Kind of wish I didn't have to buy a 6-pack of this, but they do stuff over there at the old Aldi's. This camera up here, I feel like I'm in the frickin' Matrix, having to dodge it and shit. All right, so I'm stirring the pasta fairly regularly to make sure that it's not sticking or anything like that. All right, I turn down the heat on our burner a bit. This is ready for the flour. I'm not adding all of this flour. I'm adding a couple of tablespoons here. We're just going to stir that in. We're going to let this cook for a couple minutes. We want to get a nice, at least a blonde roux, if not even a brown roux. Okay? Let that cook. We're gonna get a colander for this for when it's ready. Really gotta figure out something with this camera. It's just like so in my. I love it up here. I love the shot that it gets, but I'm keen on being like y'all can see exactly what I see. Just fantastic as far as I see it. All right, so I can smell the roux cooking. We're getting pretty close. I can smell some caramelization on the mushrooms and things like that. Keep cooking it a minute or two. I mean, like I said, it's a pretty easy recipe. I mean, you can throw this together real quick. Granted, it's not a real Italian recipe. It's Italian American. I guess it's probably got some roots. I don't know. I don't really cook Italian food. I had a I didn't have a thing like early on, like before Mario probably got all rapey and handsy-feely or whatever he did. So like early in culinary school, I really loved the guy. I thought he was a great cook, great chef. I mean, even what he did, like dude can still cook. I mean, like obviously he had a huge passion for Italian food. You can't take that away from him, you know. Fortunately, he ended up being a fucking creep, really. But aside from that, you know, dude could cook, and I really liked his food. I liked his show. I liked his recipe. Um, you know, I don't really know what happened with the whole sexual assault thing. Like, if he like legit sexually assaulted somebody, that really fucking sucks. But if it was just like regular kitchen talk, I mean, we've all done something fucked up. I mean, the kitchens are a rough place. My wife will tell you. Granted, there's a lot of people that take it way too far. There's a difference between a joke and a sexual assault. And you know, we in the kitchen, we dance that fine line. And you know, we're not known to be the most astute. Well, who knows? I do know that his restaurants were stealing from servers and stuff with the tips. That's definitely proven, and that's super fucked up. Alright, so we're at about, what was it, 9 minutes here? Let's try. Nope, nowhere near done. It definitely needs at least a couple more minutes. Alright, so, while that continues to cook, we're going to deglaze our pan. Deglaze basically means to remove any bits that were stuck to the bottom by way of liquid. We're going to do that with a Marsala. Alcohol. 17. So, even if I wanted to, this wouldn't light on fire. We're just going to add, about that much. That seems good to me. And we're just going to stir it in, hopefully dissolving a lot of that flour. And if I don't dissolve a lot of that flour, you know what we're going to get? We get what's called roux balls, which looks like exactly what I just did. But maybe not. We'll see. I don't know. So, that's a little thick. So as we do with everything, we're going to add some water here. There we go. Smells good, though. I don't think I have any roux balls. That looks like just onion. Yeah, I don't think I fucked it up. Oh, is a plus? Alright, so we got some water in there. Let's add some demi. Not that spoon. There we go. Got some demi. We're going to add a couple of spoonfuls here. Bring this to a nice simmer here. We're going to season the sauce, make sure that it's seasoned where I want it. And once I've... So, okay. Yeah, so we're good. So the sauce is not quite as thick as I want it, but that's fine, because we're going to reduce it. Let's taste. There's any roux balls, maybe a little bit. For the most part, it looks pretty good. Right. Taste is good, but it needs some salt. You know what? I'm going to hold off on the salt because we're going to reduce this. It's pretty good, though, to be honest. All right. We're going to turn this down to low. We're going to add the chicken in here. Then we're going to lid it. I'm going to take any juice on here and add it because... Now we're going to take a lid. Can I use this lid? Let's see if I can reuse the pasta lid. It's a little shallow, but it'll be fine. Just got water on it. No big deal. Pasta lid. Oops. Oh. Dogs will enjoy that. So this pasta is done. 12 minutes was perfect. This is rigatoni, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned. So we got the chicken on low. I'm going to drain this off into the colander. Now the key for pasta not overcooking is you have to cool it down. So I'm just going to add cold water to it. Now, typically in restaurants, we actually use what's called an ice bath, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a bunch of water with ice in it, and then that cools stuff down very quickly. Now, I could do that. I do have enough ice, but to be fair, that's not really, I don't know, that's not like something a lot of folks have. So I'm just going to use cold water, which is 100% doable. You can cool it down with just cool water. It takes a fair bit of water. You got to toss it around. But it's okay. It's not a big deal. So just kind of slowly touch it. Yeah, once you've moved it a bit, you can kind of move it with your hands, cool it down a bit more. You know, we're really trying to, if it's a little warm, it's okay. That's not really going to cook it. It's the boiling hot that's not great. Okay, so we're cooled down. Now I'm just going to take it back over the pan that I cooked it in, mainly just so it has somewhere to drain. Now we're going to toss it with a little bit of olive oil. What this is going to do is nothing other than keep the pasta from becoming a stick, stuck together mess. So you could toss it, or you could just do what I'm doing here and just do it. It's not a big deal. This is nothing complicated. We're just adding oil to it so the pasta doesn't stick, so I don't have to pull it all apart. So that's that. That's done. Pasta is done. Chicken is braising. We're gonna take one more break. Let's see where Asia are at. Looks like they're on their last point. So we're gonna jump in, spectate, do one game with them, and then we're gonna finish dinner. So pasta's done. This is braising nicely. That's a perfect heat. It's exactly what I want. Nice and slow cook. All right, guys. So we're at the end here. Chicken is without question cooked. That sauce is beautiful and thick. I can see it just from the bubbles. See those thicker bubbles there? That tells me that it's done. It's a little thin, but it's going to be just a fan. Oh, yeah, see, look, see how that chicken just fell right off? What we're going to do, go check that plate. Let me wash this plate here real quick. I don't know what's been on it. Let's just get this plate washed off here real quick. That chicken, oh man, it smells so good. Chicken is beautifully braised. It's gonna be super tender. It's gonna fall off. You know, it's just gonna like dissolve. Not dissolve, but negatively. It's going to be so good. I'll tell you. All right. So let's get this chicken off. Oops. See? I told you that thing. I was gonna hit it. I knew it. I freaking knew it. Now let's get the chicken off. See how it's falling apart. So there. That sauce stirred a little bit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna get some of that really awesome butter. We're gonna take about this much right there. So what is that, like 3 tablespoons? Give or take 3 tablespoons. I'm telling you, this is what's gonna make it. I promise you. Cut these in little cubes. Just like that. We're gonna mount these cubes in as we add the pasta. Pasta's in here. All that in. You know what, honestly, you know what I'm gonna do? Actually, because I don't really have the room in this pan, I'm gonna put it into this pan here. I lost some of it. It's okay. We are gonna toss it. All right. Beautiful. Pasta back in there. Move this guy off to the side. All right. Oh my God, I lost it all over the place. My dogs are gonna enjoy this so much. Yep, well, one of my dogs. So we're just gonna, jeez Louise, I cannot keep this in the pot. You see why I wanted to put it in here, though. All right, so we're just gonna toss that around. He's not even gonna need dinner. I spilled half of ours on the frickin' floor. All right, so we're just gonna toss it around like that until it heats up. We do want to get the pasta a bit hot, but with that, I'm gonna add the parsley. It's not real saucy like you might expect a chicken masala, which I get. For me, it's more important that the pasta's saucy than the chicken. Because the pasta is the thing. And to be fair, it's traditional to use linguine, but when I went to the store, I forgot the linguine. So instead, we are using rigatoni. You know what? I never had a problem with a guy named Tony, so. But like stroganoff. Gotta be honest. It's a little cold. We gotta get it hot. Gotta get it hot. I gotta be honest, this is how I like my pasta. I like my pasta tossed in sauce. Some salt to it. A little bit of salt. More salt. But it's close. It's close. It's very close. There we go. Perfect. Perfect seasoning. And yes, it does have a bit. I'll tell you right now, it's not going to be saucy enough for my wife. Oh. I'm just tossing it to heat it up. That's all we're doing. I don't want to break the sauce. Not that there's really much sauce to break, to be honest. We're almost there. Getting hot. This would have definitely been easier with linguine. Process would have been the same. A lot of pasta. Okay. We're gonna call it good. Could be a little bit hotter, but I'm okay with that. Now, grab some bowls. Plate her up. So, that's the problem with these electric stoves. They take so long to heat up. Thank God I have my little vacuum here. All right, so we're gonna throw the pasta in these bowls just like such. We're gonna have a little left over. It'll be a little lunch tomorrow. No chicken, but you know, nice little pasta lunch. All right, chicken goes right on top. I mean, man, this is easy. This isn't complicated. That's that. That's my chicken marsala right there. Pretty bare bones and basic. Let's taste. Okay, let's taste the pasta. Yeah. Solid. Could use a little bit more sauce. I probably could have made more sauce. Would have made not bad with the beer. Try the chicken here. Oh man, dude, so good. Super tender. Falls apart in your mouth really nicely. A little bit. I mean, there's definitely texture. Super nice. Super nice. Oh, mushroom. Very good. Nice and earthy. Good amount of umami. It's very, very delicious. Awesome. You know, simple. It's easy. Like what? 5 ingredients? Maybe? So, very easy. Definitely try it out. Quick. I should have done this for Friday, honestly. But we're going to do something pretty cool for Friday. So, alright guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will, what am I trying to say? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you Friday night with a stream, New Year's Day, I guess. So, thanks again. Cheers.